Hello, and welcome to the live stream. Let me just make sure things are good. Give me 1 second. Hello. Warm welcome to today's live stream from us. This is Luchana. Today I'm gonna be here available for all your questions and sharings and whatever comes for you, whatever is alive for you. There is an impulse to do these lives occasionally, and let's see how it goes. So today's topic is connected with the doubt. How to pass through self-doubt, an instant hack. That's the title of the video. And again, this is only an invitation or a suggestion, what I want to explore with you, but you are the highest authority, and whatever feels alive and important for you, you can bring it here as well. And this topic of self-doubt, we can look at that topic or notice that it is present in almost every realm of our experience, everywhere. There is this subtle, sometimes intense doubting ourselves, doubting whether we are good enough, present enough, awake enough, good parents, good partners, good people, good beings. Without our work, our connections with the world, the connection with ourselves. And let's normalize that, because doubting is normal. Doubting is on the other side of I know everything, for we don't know everything. And doubt is also a pointer. It can be used as a pointer. Oh, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe there is more for me to see. But that's one thing. That's a not knowing. It's not a doubt. And the doubt is also arising as a form of thought. It's no direct experience of a doubt. It's a form of thought linked with sensation and emotion. And why this topic of doubt now comes here is we were the other day visiting a museum here in Nice of Marc Chagall. Maybe you've heard of Marc Chagall. He is amazing artist using such a, how to say, immense variety of colors in an amazing way. And being in a museum with art feels uplifting, feels good. And while we were there admiring his art, I was also reading some of his journal, because there were chapters from his journal here and there. And I realized that Marc Chagall was invited to paint the ceiling of the Paris Opera. And in the journal, he wrote, I was touched, moved beyond words, such an honor to be invited to paint, to create, to put colors on the ceiling, to do a masterpiece there. And at the same time, or after the feeling of being touched, moved, inspired, grateful, honored, there was a massive, huge doubt. The words of Marc Chagall were something like, I doubt myself, I doubt my work. Is it enough? Is it good enough to respond to this gorgeous architecture of the building, to the work of the architect of that building? I don't remember who was the architect of Paris Opera. And he said, I couldn't move. There was this huge wave of doubt. And when I was reading that, I was shocked. I was like, wow, even Marc Chagall was doubting his art. Isn't that what? Strange? We could be like, wow, this is Marc Chagall and he's doubting his art. Yeah, what this gives us, what this invites us to see. The doubt is present for each one of us, no matter what kind of background we have, how much experience we have, how much we know or don't know, doubt arises. But the interesting thing comes after, because he was sitting in that way of doubt or feeling stuck in that way of doubt. I'm not sure how long it wasn't written in the journal. But then he wrote, and my wife came to me and said, why don't you start doing sketches? Why don't you start doing something? And then you'll see. And he started. And here the doubt ended. There was no more words about the doubt. He just started creating. Maybe we could say he started listening or moving from this experience here, not from the doubt. The doubt is always arising here. So yeah, there is always an invitation, always something to look at. You are not different from Marc Chagall. I'm not different from Marc Chagall. We are humans, human beings, beautiful human beings that are doubting their experience. But it's one thing to doubt or to not be sure. It's another thing to always question whether this is right or wrong. When something rings true for you, you know, and there is no doubt. It's beyond doubt. It's like, no, there isn't doubt. Very often folks are asking, is the doubt present? Or when it's seen that there is no separation whatsoever, is there a doubt of doubt? And the answer is simple, no, there isn't. There is no doubt. There is no doubting that this is life. And there is no separation from this experience and everything else. Doubt is a thought, is arising as a thought. And how do I know that? It's my direct experience, and I cannot doubt that. The doubt also ends when there is a desire to share your experience. There isn't a doubt there. When there is a desire to help or support, also doubt ends there. It's like the antidote to doubt is to share or to help, to be of service. That's the end of doubt. Hmm. Hmm. Hello, everyone who is watching. I'm just taking a look at YouTube. Maybe I'll come back. There is a comment here. Let me see. I keep feeling inspired and then utterly hopeless. Oh, like swinging from feeling inspired to there not being any point. I can't see to keep any motivation. I can't see to operate the way I used to. Mm, 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 mm. This is so common, I would say, so common. Yeah, but there is something else here. It's a, so this is a, there is a saying in Buddhism. Let's first say that I don't know much about that, about Buddhism, but there are certain things that obviously make sense in my own direct experience. That's why I'm quoting those. So a friend introduced me to the concept or the saying of Buddhism, something like before awakening, maybe. Mountains are mountains and rivers are rivers. After awakening, mountains are not mountains, seems they are seen as not mountains, and rivers are seen as not rivers. But after another period of time, and who knows how long this could be, mountains again become mountains and rivers become rivers. Not become, but are seen as rivers. So I'm not sure how this could help. It's a common part of the journey to lose interest in things that used to be inspiring. It's a common part of the journey. The question is it coming from inertia? Is it coming from avoidance, or is it natural? Is there something that is denying something else? Is there a clinging to another idea? Because life still happening and us being distracted from life, it doesn't feel good. If it doesn't feel good here, that's the sign, at least for me. If it doesn't feel good, it's false. When it feels good, it's true. And also, I'm also not having, like, I'm not motivated all the time. What motivation even means? There are mornings that I just don't want to do anything. It's normal. But it's, again, a part of the play. What can help is to acknowledge the energy that is here, that doesn't want to do anything, that it's not motivated. There isn't creativity, there isn't inspiration, there isn't like desire to create or to do or to collaborate or whatever. Then yes to that. It's like huge, fat yes to that. Yeah, today it's like that. And what's the problem if today is like that? There is this mind here suggestion that if today is like that, there will be always like that, which is false, not true. Yeah, this lack of motivation usually comes when the system is so exhausted to perform or to do certain things that here comes the time that it doesn't want to do anything. That feels like lack of motivation. And this period can be short, can be longer. It depends. It depends. For each one is different. But again, here is the tricky part with inertia. I don't know if that's helpful. It's just sharing my experience. Okay, I'm gonna read the comment from the tree pot. This is probably Natalie, I'm not sure. I feel it's more obvious when the energy isn't here and the previous version would push through. Yeah, now I can't fight it. It's old identity, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's our identity that wants to, yeah, it wants to be here. And what's the problem? This to be here. Why resist that? There isn't a problem with the identity. What's the problem with that? It can play here, it can be here. Mind is a great of inventing problems or fixating onto problems and then resolving these problems. In actuality, nothing is a problem. There are situations, of course, in life, as always, but problem comes when it's personal, when it feels like it's happening to me. Nothing is happening to me. Everything is happening. The sun doesn't shine for me. It shines for everything that is here, and I am not separate from that. In other words, it shines also for me, but not only for me. Doubt arises usually when there isn't a clarity. When clarity is obscured or is missing, there is doubt. It's like, I don't know what I want to do, where I want to go, how I want to live, with whom I want to live. And then, yeah, we satisfy ourselves with average experience. Whether the main goal here, if there is a goal, it's to expand, to grow. And part of that is to open more and more to what reality is and what I am in that reality, or whether I am something in that reality, in that life. So there are two ways to approach when a self-doubt arises. There are also many other ways, but two that I found really helpful. One is to examine the direct experience of this doubt. And here we are working with this tool here, with the mind, with an intellect, but in a very sober way. It's like we are not lost in stories. We're just looking. What is the doubt made of? What's the direct experience of this doubt? Who is the owner of that doubt? For whom is this coming? For whom it is arising? What's the story behind that doubt? What would I be without doubt? This is another question to examine. What would I be if I'm not doubting myself? What would I be then? And the other approach is the approach of Marc Chagall, or the invitation that his wife did. You just start doing something. You just start doing the work. Basically, that's the end of doubt. Yeah, of course, no one knows how it's going to end. He didn't know, but he created a masterpiece. You can Google it, Sailing the Opera, Paris Opera, and you will see what kind of amazing work he did. And he was doubting whether this is good enough. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, the doubt is curing very well with action. Almost anything that is thought-based is curing or healing very well with action. Doubting thoughts, anxious thoughts, worrying thoughts. With sadness is a little bit different. So we can be here experiencing sadness, feeling sad, feeling the depth of that emotion. But with anxiety, it doesn't make any sense to stay at one place feeling anxious. Why? Why torture ourselves like that? We move forward, start doing something. Hmm. 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 There's another comment here. I'm going to put my glasses and read it. Our imagination, Robert is saying, our imagination constructs how others view us, which is what to our own sovereign, which is what to our own sovereignty. How do we build resilience to overextending ourselves? How do we build resilience to overextending? I'm not sure I understand the question. Or maybe our imagination constructs how others view us. Let's first look at this. Our imagination constructs how others view us. So others view us exactly as we view ourselves first. This is my experience, at least. So from experience here, I can say that in a way I'm viewing myself, this is the way I'm receiving also from others, because me and others, that's so there isn't here a line. Sometimes we project how to be seen from others as well, for various reasons. Yeah. We want to look at something. There is unconscious projection, and we project something onto others, and they view us in a certain way, which brings or triggers an emotional response here. And this is again an invitation for us to look. It's an invitation to heal, to soften, and to come back to ourselves and expand even more. And the other is how to build, let me see again. I'm not sure I understand correctly, but how do we build resilience to overextending ourselves? Resilience to overextending. There isn't, again from experience, there isn't a limit for our extension. We can expand and extend as much as we want to. There is an end to that. we can give more and give more and more and more, and there is no end to that. And the more we extend, the more there is to extend. Why to build resilience around that? Is it like, is there a feeling of scare, of fear? There is something like a play between me and others. So what is that? We can look this. Yeah, there is no other. I'm just meeting myself all the time. Again, from experience, when I'm with someone, when I'm working with someone, the topic or mm, the issue or the part, whether this is uncomfortable or whatever, challenging, they bring, it's so very clear for me that I have also that. And when I'm with someone, I'm also with me, more with me. And this is an invitation for me to look, while supporting or helping the apparent other, to support and help this one here as well. There is a beautiful story. I believe it's somewhere in Asia, probably India. A family with a teenager son went to a teacher, um, a sage, a wise one, a guru, I don't know, you name it, with their boy, and they said, we have like a big request for you. Our son eats only sweets, only desserts and candies, like sugary thing. And no matter what we tried with good, with bad, with punishing, with locking every sweet treat, but it doesn't work. Nothing works. And we are so worried about his about his health and his well behavior, and we just don't know what to do. And the sage said, yeah, thank you for bringing that here. Please come back after 2 weeks. I have to ponder. And they went. And they come back after 2 weeks. And the wise one said, thank you again for bringing that topic here at my feet or at my awareness. Because I asked these 2 weeks because I had to deal it myself first. I'm addicted to sugar. I'm eating so much sweet stuff that in order to help your son, I had to first fix it here. And I found this amazing, so transparent, so uplifting, so cutting the line between teacher and student. We are here to grow together, to help each other, to support each other. Yeah, everything and everyone can be our teacher. Like Marc Chagall teach me something the other day. I'm sharing that with you, which hopefully you are going to bring something from that, or no, that's also fine. Yeah, it teaches how to not self-judge ourselves when we have a doubt. When we are doubting ourselves, to not punish or molest ourselves that there is a doubt. Yeah, there is a doubt. What can we do about that doubt? That's the question. I don't know if that helps. It doesn't matter probably, but hope it helps. Yeah, you can also share where the doubt is arising in your experience or whatever feels alive for you. Do you notice any fixation? Do you notice how you want to be here? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, we are here to have fun. Everything else is not so important. And we can have fun exploring some blind spots, exploring layers of ourselves that we are not being aware. And everyday life invites us to look deeper every day, every moment. Mm. Mm. Nothing is a problem until the mind says so. Mm. What else could be said here around the doubt or the mind games? Yeah, when we know something with certainty, we feel it. It's not like we know it intellectually. The doubt arises when it's intellectual. If I know intellectually, if I hear intellectually that my partner loves me, if this is not an experience, I will doubt that for sure. If I know it experientially, there is no doubting of that. There is no wondering. There is no constant asking whether this is like that or not. If I know intellectually that What kind of example to give? I even don't know. If I know intellectually that I'm gonna feel better living somewhere else than my current situation or place, but I constantly doubt that, I will never do a move, like I'll never do the step. But if I am certain that I don't feel good here, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do the move, the first step, and then everything else will follow. And there is no doubt. There is no doubting whether this is good or bad, whether I did the wrong decision, whether I choose correctly. No thoughts like that. Someone asked me recently, do you feel sorry that you move in France? I was like, what? I haven't, this thought didn't, like, doesn't occur here, whether this is right or wrong. That's it. That's it. There is no guessing, wondering. No, no. Read another comment. Comparison to others, let self-doubt arise in me. There is always something someone's better at. Being grateful for what I have and not to compare feels so much better. Everyone has different talents. Yes, yes to that. Yes to that. Do I have to feel sorry for myself that I cannot paint like Marc Chagall? Well, I wish to, but this is not for that. Ah. Yeah, everyone has different talents for sure. And everyone has unique talent, unique. We are so unique. That's mind-blowing how unique we are. And your talent or my talent, only I can know, only you can know. And when you know, there won't be a doubt. There will be just expressing those talents. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Comparison is also a subtle mind game as well. It's like mind compare where you are, whatever you mind thinks you are, and where the other is. I have something here also, a hack. Follow me for more hacks. How it's yeah, trendy to say. What about inspiration? What about being inspired by someone else? That's so uplifting, so nourishing. Something like, oh, it feels so inspiring. Let's say you want to cook, you want to become a chef, and you are looking someone who is, yeah, who has a lot of awareness around that, and it's very famous and it's very well known, very good. Yeah, this is so inspiring. That means what does it mean? It means one thing. If it is possible for this one, it's possible for everyone. If it is possible for someone like this one, it's possible for me as well. This is what it is showing us. It's like with awakening, if it's possible, it's not only possible, it's for everyone, for all of us. Eventually, we all had to awaken. There is no other way. There is no luxury pretending that we are not awake. This luxury is not present anymore. So let's be inspired. There is also another story Lubo told me the other day a marketing story of one family, or I don't know, maybe it was a family, wanted to open restaurant on a street. And on that street, there were no restaurants, no shops. And they were like, yay, we're going to be the first restaurant here. How cool is that? And they opened the restaurant and it went like really bad because they had no clients or not enough. They had just a few, and they were trying and investing more money and trying and investing, and then they decided finally to close because it was disaster. But when they were about to close, they find out that there will be another restaurant opening just next week, and they're like, oh, we have to go and say to these guys, it's not open here restaurant because it's complete disaster. You're gonna lost all your money and investments and nothing will work. And they went there, but the other guys said, yeah, we'll try. Why don't you stay and just check, see what will happen? And after a month, people start coming, and another restaurant opens there, and one small shop, and another shop, and another restaurant. And after few, maybe 2-3 months, I don't know how long it took, the street became famous with the streets, with restaurants where people hanging out, having dinner or lunch. Or so this must say something about comparison and also being concurrent or being competition to someone. Competition can be a really good thing. Yeah, we can inspire each other, uplift each other. I love inspiration. Yeah. So do I. I love it so much. Yeah, again, it speaks to, yeah, when it is happening there, it's also possible here. How much is possible beyond measure? Mm. 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 Next week, there will be a 3-day event. And yeah, this is probably the moment that I'm gonna invite you. I'm gonna just say a few words about that. We decided to do that 3-day experience, we call it. Maybe I'm gonna put the details somewhere. Wait a second. And everyone is welcome to join. It's completely free. And we want to, we would love to share with you what we find out about cutting ourselves from life. What we cannot find the event now, but I'm gonna put it. Oh, why is this here? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try something else. Doesn't work. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna put it later in the comments. Yeah, most welcome to join. It's gonna be via Zoom, and gonna be amazing. We will share with you all the things we've noticed happening with us first, how we retreated from life, how we retreated from aliveness, from the beauty of this experience, and how you do not have to do that, to bring yourself back to life, where you belong, where all of you belong. The whole experience belongs here. We would love to share with you also what works for us, what doesn't work, didn't work, what are the subtleties that you can be aware of. Again, everyone can feel the direct experience, whether it feels good or whether it doesn't feel good. And when it doesn't feel good, this is a clear sign that you have to do something. It's not like, oh, this is what's happening. No, it's doesn't meant to be to hurt. It doesn't meant to be constricted, narrow, empty, dry. It's not the point. If inspiration, creativity, enthusiasm, joy is missing from your experience, this is a sign. You have to look here, to come back here, to start enjoying again. Mm. Mm. Yeah, we can still have 10 minutes. Maybe you can share something, guys. I would love to interact with you in a different way. That's why I'm inviting you to join next 16th, 18th, and 20th of June. We are going to interact live together. I mean, not live in YouTube, but live on Zoom. And when we come together, it's better. Like together is better. When we are in group setting, it's different. It's very empowering. It's very nourishing to see how your so-called problems are not yours. They're not personal. We share almost one and the same stuff. Whether it is a health issue, relationship issue, money issue, security issue, whatever. It's very, very good when we come together. It's amazing. It's very beneficial. Yeah. I'm so looking forward to that. It's like love interacting. Love looking myself in you and you looking yourself here as well. This is how it works. We are not different, not separate. We are unique, but not special. That's something that mind doesn't like. None of us is more special or less special. We are all special. Either we are all special or none of us is special. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I guess that's for now. Much love and see you soon.